Okay, number two, many hostings now set some security headers by default. I think that may be a problem for embeds. Here's an example. I'm not going to click through links right now, guys. Sorry. Also, a test on the security headers could be seen on this site. Do you have any guidance of what type of headers should be set? And if we could test if the headers are compatible? It looks like some people are still victims of hijacking. So that's why many websites, hostings, and others set security headers. I'm not sure what, like, again, what is, I don't understand. Whoever this is, if you can clarify, it looks like you're online. If you can just clarify what it is that you're asking here, like, you know, why are you asking this? We don't control other people's websites, but I'm just curious as to, like, what is the purpose of this question? If you can clarify that, then we'll come back and revisit it. Okay. You guys, anyone want to take a stab at that should I move on?
No, let's get it clarified. I mean, I can give them a response. It's usually crappy hosting and or security WordPress plugins that cause that issue. If you have your own Liquid Web VPS, and please use our affiliate link. If you're gonna go get a Liquid Web VPS, then you set your own hosting, you set your own WHM, you split up your VPS, and then you can sell quality hosting on a Liquid Web VPS.
Sure you can.
And make up for the cost, because it is pricey if all you're gonna put on it is one website, but then for most people that's overkill. Just one website unless you have a huge website for the VPS. Like so, Semantic Mastery hasn't outgrown its Liquid Web, but we've only outgrown it once, I think.
Yeah.
And all it takes is increasing. But if you're growing, I mean, you can grow your own virtual hosting company and put your clients on quality hosting that's fast, that's reliable, that's going to have people backing it up, and I mean quality support. So that's one of the things you can run to. As far as what the settings are, I mean, there's just so many. You can just go to something like I forget the name of the website. I'm sorry, it's not coming to me right now. But you can look at the status codes. What should you have? I mean, as far as iframing, don't have an X-frame. That's an iframe breaker. Anything that sets a frame breaker is a no-go, because then you can't iframe. Well, you can. I'm not going to get into that, but you have to have a frame breaker. At any rate, what I see from this is just that you want to know what to set. Don't set anything that will break the iframe. And if you're doing affiliate, like he's saying, or anything like it, you don't want to run them to an iframe anyway, because yes, that could be considered phishing. You don't want to run them through a 301 because that, or a meta refresh. Because even Google sometimes considers that type of phishing, depending on which page you're coming from and which page you're going to. So there's a lot of issues here which you can just clear up by, one, quality hosting, where you set your own rules and policies, and two, when you set your WordPress plugin and the security, remove the frame breaker, the X-frame, period, and then you can iframe away.
So I guess that was what he was asking, was perhaps he's not able to embed his own website. Is that how you interpreted it?
Yeah, I mean, he's asking for guidance on what type of headers should be set. The one that should not be set is the X-frame. And if you're on crappy hosting, see, when you're on crappy hosting, they'll set the header responses by default. And it could be header responses that you don't want. But that's just the host forcing you to go by their shared hosting rules. You can avoid that by going to a VPS and setting up your own hosting. It's actually simple to avoid. Don't get crappy hosting that's going to set everything for you and then not allow you the flexibility to do the things you want to do.
Agreed.
One more thing regarding the first part of the question was like the affiliate sites being banned and stuff, or like violating bridge pages. The whole point how to do this is like you build your own kind of branded page. So you build your own brand, and if you do that, there is no problem in like violating bridge policies or whatever, because you're just promoting another product on your page. And that's also how you keep the Facebook account. That's how you keep like all the other entities, because what you're doing with the syndication network is also enforcing your brand. So if you're following a syndication academy, or like you use the SEO Shield, and you have your own branded website, and they actually build it out a bit, and are not lazy and just doing like, I don't know, like a simple one-page lander with one button and one headline or something like that, then all those problems disappear, in my opinion, at least in my experience and from what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I haven't done affiliate SEO in probably maybe 2 years, or affiliate campaigns in probably about maybe 2 years, but I was running a shit ton of ads when I was doing affiliate stuff. And a lot of times I would get, ads suspended because the landing page was considered a bridge page. And I spent a lot of time actually talking and communicating with Google Ads reps to try to figure out, like I would just go to them and play stupid. Marco always told me to do that, and it worked. I would always go to Google Ads reps and say, well, what can I do to fix this? And they would tell me, because I'd get on the phone with them. And they'd say, well, you're going to have to add more content, and you have to, and blah, blah, blah. And so I got to the point where I was able to, it was still a bridge page, but if you add enough content and you flesh it out, like what Chris just mentioned, then my ads would get approved, even if they had been rejected, but then I would resubmit for approval or for reconsideration after I did some of the things they said, like flesh the page out, add some content, all that kind of stuff, to where it wasn't just, a very thin content site with a button that points to the product that I was trying to sell, if that makes sense. And again, it's been a couple of years since I've done it. They may have tightened to the guidelines even more. They probably have, but that was my experience.
I mean, like I have like pages where it's literally just like a simple bridge page still as well, but like I'm not doing any SEO on those, and it's pretty much like they are pretty much there, and I expect them to burn. But like for the ones that I want to keep around and like actually deploy SEO stuff and like actually want to have all the social signals and stuff, they're all like properly built out, and I'm not being lazy on like articles or like just doing like some, I don't know, copy paste PLR content or something like that. I pretty much make sure that's quality, and I also like brand all those things. I don't have any problems with that.
Thanks, Chris.